Hello, my name's Claire, and I currently live in a one-bedroom flat with over 300 houseplants. Across the series, I'll be sharing all the tips and tricks that I've learnt, so whether or not you're a beginner, have a few houseplants and want to improve what you know, or have a collection to rival mine, there'll be lots of tips for everyone. I found indoor gardening in my early 20s when I was living without an outdoor space at the time, and I was just longing for some greenery in my home. I didn't know anything about houseplants at the time. I just loved the way that they looked. So over the years, I've just absolutely loved getting to learn about them and figure out what they like and what they don't like. And plants like this one here, for example, this one's an alocasia. This is a type of plant that when I first started out, I would have struggled so much with. And in fact, I did. I killed quite a few of them. But from everything I've learned over the last few years, I now feel really, really confident with this type of plant. And I've got, I think, about 15 different species of alocasia in my collection now. So today I would love to take you through some of the plants that I deem to be really fantastic beginner plants that anybody, no matter what your experience, can grow at home. This is one here that I would highly recommend for beginners. This is the Hoya gracilis, and obviously it's a beautiful plant foliage-wise. It's got such a lovely texture to it. But this one will not only survive, but thrive in lower levels of light. It's putting out so much growth for me at the moment. And amazingly, this plant is also non-toxic, so if you've got small children or pets, it's a really, really, really good shout. And this is a really, really easy one. This is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, commonly known as Monstera minima. And as you can see, I've trained my one here to go all the way around the doors, which just frames the space really nicely. And this is also one that does amazingly well in lower levels of light. It's currently about 4 meters back from a window, and I chopped this plant back to about there this time last year. So everything you're looking at here is new growth, which just goes to show how quick it is to grow. And this one is commonly known as the golden pothos, and this is a plant that can be grown in many different ways, but primarily as a hanging plant, as you can see it like this, or it can be grown on a moss pole, and when it's grown in that way, it can really size up and its foliage can get really big. But this is a wonderful one. If you're not quite sure when you should be watering, this is a really good one to tell you, because its leaves will typically curl like that, and that's a really good indicator that it's ready for some water. This is one of my favourite plants. This is an aglaonema, and aglaonema is such a wonderful genus of plants if you're just getting into houseplants. And aglaonema as a genus typically has beautiful, striking patterns across its foliage. This is just one type. And I find this one incredibly easy to grow, especially because I'm growing it in semi-hydroponics, which means I've got a little reservoir of water at the bottom of my pot. And I find that that just helps to keep the plant really happy, and it's actually one of my lowest maintenance for that reason. But I'll be talking to you more about semi-hydroponic growing as the series continues.